Oscar Moreno Lopez is best known as a stalwart of the Lopez Empire, who helped steer the family business through hard battles to the success that it is today. But this is not that story. This is the story of the quiet and steady Oski, who, like a tree, grew from seed, inch by inch, year to year, to majestic heights and massive canopies. When, where, and how this quiet Oski story began is hard to say. Perhaps this love of nature began in his childhood, when Oski spent long years in Baguio surrounded by pine trees, or on the family farm in Bulacan. When his career began, working for the family newspaper, the Manila Chronicle, he established the Science Beat, the first of its kind in the country, as well as the magazine Philippine Farms and Gardens. While building the collection of the Lopez Library, he read about plants and trees and memorized all the scientific names of all the species on the farm. When the responsibility of building back the debt-ridden First Philippine Holdings fell on his shoulders, Oski managed to advance money to reforest 1,000 hectares of barren land in Tarlac. There was something about barren lands that he could not tolerate. When FPH acquired the Energy Development Corporation, restoring and protecting forests became not just a corporate social responsibility, but sustainable business sense. EDC's greening legacy called Binhi was born. The goal? To reforest 1,000 hectares every year for 10 years. But as time would have it, this love for trees and all that God's creation on earth has to offer has come under threat. As early as 2007, Oski declared that the pressure to switch to cleaner fuels and sources of energy that produce less carbon as a byproduct is set against the backdrop of the growing threat of global warming. In 2012, the Oscar M. Lopez Center for Climate Change Adaptation and Disaster Risk Management Foundation Incorporated was born, with a vision to help Filipinos build their natural resilience to adversity by harnessing science to produce knowledge that leads to action. In many ways, it is like that bombax tree Oski planted some 35 years ago in his backyard. In harsh weather such as typhoons, it is known to shed its leaves and even branches to save the main trunk. In its own quiet way, it is a story of triumph through and over adversity. And so, this is the quiet story of Oski and his love affair with trees. He has lived in wonder of trees, has nurtured them all his life. There is even a newly discovered plant species named after him, in honor of his environmentalist legacy. But it is just as much an affair of lifelong learning, for it seems obvious that Oski's successes he owes much to trees. The continuous steady growth, to have patience even when things seem slow. That strength is rooted in what matters most, family. For family will nourish you and sustain you. That there is also strength in bending, so as not to break, to persevere, and to bounce back. And like trees that grow to maturity, so shall one grow in wisdom, like each ring earned over time, through tribulations and in triumph. This may be just another story, but it is a legacy worth telling. The legacy of Oscar Moreno Lopez.